The last steps to complete a visit cycle are billing, dispensing and printing documents/labels. These collections details are updated in the collection page after the doctor has finalized the visits in the patient page. Dispensary list shows the number of patients waiting to be called. Once the doctor finalizes the visit, the queue will appear here. New is to reset this page. To view the waiting list, click this icon. These are the patients waiting after been seen by the doctor, after the doctor has finalized the visit in the patient page. If necessary, click Info to check the investigations, procedures, injections and medicines given to this patient. Investigations, procedures, injections and medicines given/performed for this patient will be listed. Click Info again to close this box. Click the patient's name to select this patient. Note that to update collection details, the patient must be selected from this waiting list and cannot be searched and selected. If QMS is configured, the patient can be called by selecting the room/counter number and clicking Call for X. The Update button is clicked as the final step later. After the payments have been entered and batch numbers saved, the collection details are updated by clicking this Update button. This is the total charges for this patient. In this page, this amount needs to be collected in cash, bank transfers, billed to panel, credit card, e-payments or left as due. This amount can only be changed in the patient page by the doctor. These are the payment modes for this visit's charges. Combinations can be done as well. If this is a panel patient and copayment is required, this reminder will be displayed. If this patient is tagged to a panel, the panel details can be seen at the bottom. Clicking this icon will list the panel's coverage details. The coverage details for the panel. For panel patients, always check the limitations and coverage. If during registration, panel was not assigned to this visit, no charges can be billed under panel and this field will be disabled. Note that if panel is not assigned during registration/visit creation in the registration page, the visit is treated as cash visit and no special pricing/discounts as panel will be applicable. To assign panel to this visit, click Panel. Search the panel here. And select from this drop-down list. If the panel needs to be untagged/removed from this visit, or if changing to another panel, click Clear first. Important: if the currently assigned panel is being removed or changed, do not search and select here before clicking Clear. Specify the following details for this visit if needed. For panels on HR portal, if the visit token was not checked during registration, it can be searched and assigned here. Click Edit to save. Once a panel has been tagged to this visit, the visit can be charged to the panel. Hovering the mouse pointer over DEP will list any deposit/prepayments done by the patient before. For credit card/e-payments, the amount cannot be entered here directly. Click this field to list the available e-payment modes. These are the available e-payment modes including credit card. To enter payment for the e-payment/credit card, tick the corresponding checkbox. Enter the amount here. Enter any reference if needed here. Up to 2 payments can be recorded for the e-payment modes. The second e-payment details can be entered here after clicking the plus. This is usually done for online payments where the first payment is for booking/deposit and the second payment is the balance payment. The amount here will be automatically calculated according to the details in the e-payment box. Click this icon to close this e-payment box. In this example, RM300 has been charged. If the patient is paying RM300 cash, enter 300 here under cash. If the RM300 is billed to panel, enter 300 here under panel. If the patient is paying RM300 by credit card/e-payment, click this field to open the e-payment box. Tick the e-payment mode. In this example we tick credit card. Enter 300 and any reference if available here. The total for the credit card/e-payments will be automatically calculated here. Multiple e-payment modes can be used if necessary. If the patient pays RM10 cash and RM290 by credit card, the amount can be split accordingly like this. If the patient pays RM10 cash and RM290 billed to panel, the amount can be split accordingly like this. This is usually done for co-payments. If there is any balance, this balance will be considered as due and on every future visit, it will be shown as reminder. This is the due reminder in the collection page for this patient. This is the due reminder in the registration page for this patient. If the patient has previously paid deposit/prepayments, the charges can be knocked off from the deposit/prepayments amount. Tick DEP to do this. Hovering the mouse pointer on the word DEP will list the deposit/prepayments list. Enter the amount to be used from the deposit/prepayments. If the patient is doing online transfer, enter the amount as cash first. After entering the amount under cash, click Bank. Enter the banking details here. Click Bank to close this box. For online bank-ins, the Bank button will appear in this color after the details have been updated, by clicking the Update button as the final step. Once the payment/billing is recorded, the medicines must have the batch number saved. The injections also must have the batch number saved. Therefore it is important to maintain only 1 to 2 batch of injections in the treatment/doctor room so that the staffs will be able to identify the batches easily. To list the available batch numbers for this item, click this gray triangle here. This is the list of available batches and quantities. To select a batch, click on the batch number. After selecting the batch number and quantities will be loaded here. This is the batch number. This is the quantity of that batch. Click Save to save this batch number. Stock is only reduced once this batch number is saved. Skipping this batch number saving will result in incorrect stock balances, and incorrect prescription book and psychotropic registry, that could lead to legal consequences. Once the batch number is saved, the expiry date for this batch is shown here. The quantity is in this unit. For the second medicine, click this gray triangle to list the available batches. Click the batch number to select the batch. If the quantity selected for this batch is less than what is needed, in this example 90 ml is needed, you can select second/third batch to top up the difference. Click Save to save this batch. As the quantity saved is only 45, which is less than 90, there is option to save another batch to bring the total quantity to 90. List the available batches. Select the batch from this list. Enter 45 as the quantity and click Save. Now we have 90 ml in total. Multiple batch numbers are usually needed if the quantity required cannot be filled with one batch. This icon indicates that this medicine has been instructed to be mixed with the above medicine. The medicines/quantities listed here are just examples. If the instructions to mix medicines are given, the quantities must be mixed according to the quantities specified by the doctor here. The medicines/quantities listed here are just examples. In the patient page, instruction to mix medicines are given by ticking this checkbox. and the quantities to be mixed have been specified as 60 and 30. In this example 60 ml of sear.actified is to be mixed with 30 ml of sear.prednisolone. Cream/ointments can also be instructed to be mixed. If this checkbox is ticked, the label for this medicine will not be printed when Labels button is clicked. If this red square is present, it means the doctor has added some additional instructions. Click to view the additional instructions. This is the additional instructions the doctor has given. In the patient page, this is where the additional instructions are saved. Hovering the mouse pointer. These notes are usually used to indicate the location of this item in the clinic/dispensary. The notes can be specified here in the List All page via the Inventory page. Batch number must be saved for injections as well, the same way as for medicines. If batch numbers are not saved, the stock is not reduced and the medicines/injections cannot be tracked. Make sure batch numbers are saved immediately. Skipping this batch number saving will result in incorrect stock balances, and incorrect prescription book and psychotropic registry, that could lead to legal consequences. To print MC, click here. Time slip can be printed by clicking here. However, this gray button indicates that no time slip has been saved by the doctor. The labels for medicines can be printed by clicking Labels. Labels should be printed after the batch numbers have been saved. Receipt can only be printed after the collection has been updated. Otherwise the amount in the receipt will show 0. If there are any referrals/memos saved by the doctor, they can be listed by hovering the mouse pointer here on Referrals. As there can be more than one referrals/memos, click the one to be printed from this list here. If there are any group investigations saved by the doctor, they can be listed by hovering the mouse pointer here on Lab Orders. As there can be more than one group investigations, click the one to be printed from this list here. The barcode for this lab will be printed that can be affixed to the lab order form. If allergy information is saved, allergy card sticker can be printed by clicking Allergies. However, this gray button indicates that no allergy information has been saved for this patient. If the doctor has saved any follow-ups, the details will be shown here. Clicking on the follow-up period will print the appointment card sticker. This is where the doctor puts in the follow-up instructions in the patient page. This will show the diagnosis for the patient is saved by the doctor in the patient page. Notes pertaining to collection details for this visit can be entered here. To save the notes, type the notes here before updating this collection details. If any prescriptions are given by the doctor, they will be listed here. Prescriptions are meant for medicines to be purchased from pharmacies. Click Print Prescription to print the prescription. In the patient page, prescriptions are saved by clicking this button until it shows P. D is for normal dispensing from clinic. If receipts or MCs are issued manually, out of the system, enter their serial numbers here for records. This box shows the primary doctor, primary staff and the sales agent, if saved, for this visit. Primary doctor and staff saved are important for incentives calculations. If necessary, the primary doctor or staff can be changed by searching and selecting them from the drop-down list. Note that only doctors that have seen the patient in the patient page will be listed here, not all doctors. If there are any procedure incentives for the doctor or staff, this icon will be in this color. Procedure incentives are only calculated after the collection details have been updated. Click this icon to see details. Scroll down and click Doc. Incorporated to list the procedures with incentives. The procedures that qualify for incentives will be listed here. If this procedure incentives are to be paid in cash at the end of the doctor's shift, do not take EOM. On the other hand, if this procedure incentives are to be included together with the performance incentives that will be paid together with salaries, tick EOM. EOM means end of month. For locum doctors, it is important to verify their identity and qualifications by obtaining the relevant documents, INRIC, MMC registration. This verification is only required once for the doctor's shift. The doctor's identification proof can be uploaded for records. Click this icon to open the upload box. If IntelSys Assist app is used, the image can be sent to IntelSys directly and will be available in the media pool. Click Media to see the media pool. Otherwise, the image file can be selected here. Click Upload to save the file. Once uploaded, this icon will be shown. Repeat the same to upload proof for the MMC registration. These icons will be displayed upon successful uploads. The uploaded documents/images can be viewed by clicking these icons. To acknowledge that this doctor has been verified, click the word doctor and confirm that you have verified the doctor. Once confirmed, it will appear in this color. Optionally, the doctor can also be rated. Click this icon to open the rating box. This is the doctor rating box. Click Save to save the rating and details. These ratings are compiled and can be analyzed under Locum Rating. Hovering the mouse pointer on the date will show the visit's registration time and time finalized. If this message is shown, it means the visit is yet to be finalized by the doctor. Also, finalized visits cannot be searched and selected in collection page, but can only be selected from the waiting list. Finalized visits must be selected from this waiting list in order to update the collection details. If at any point, clicking New will empty this page, any pending data will not be saved. In an empty page, patients can be searched and selected by name. This search and select cannot be used to update collection details. Patients can be searched and selected by ID as well. Select the searched patient from this drop-down list to load the details. Remember that for patients that the collection details are not updated, you cannot search and select, otherwise this message is shown. This message indicates that either the doctor has not finalized the visit or the collection details are not updated. Visits can also be searched with the exact VN. In this example we enter the VN 67 here and click Find. This is the VN 67 collection details. As no warning is shown, it means this visit has been finalized and collection details been updated. Visits that have been invoiced, panel invoice, cannot be edited. To view the invoice details, tick Edit. And clicking Invoice will show the panel invoice number. If the message VN has been posted/locked as shown, it means this visit can no longer be edited. This is to maintain accounting integrity. Visits that have been locked/posted will have this red mark to the top right corner in the patient page. If the patient left after registration without seeing the doctor, tick Abs to mark this visit as absconded visit. These arrows will move to the first, previous, next and the last visit for this patient only. These arrows will move to the first, previous, next and the last visit according to the VN, for all patients following the VN sequence. This tab shows the loyalty points accumulated by this patient, if configured. Click this tab to see details. The loyalty points and redemption box. Refer loyalty points for more details. Click this tab to close the loyalty points and redemption box. If you have configured any e-payment merchants as online payment gateway, the charges cannot be directly entered here, but must be selected from the list of successful online payments. In this example, iPay88 has been configured as online payment gateway and add/edit vendor and ePay merchant in the admin page. For online payment gateway, the transaction made by the patient can be confirmed almost immediately. Click Online Payment tab to list all successful online payments. This box will list all online transactions made by patients. When the successful online payment is listed here, you can select the payment from this list. When selected, the amount and details will be automatically filled up in Card/ePay under the Online Payment Gateway merchant. Patients can also scan a QR code to bring them to the online payment page of your clinic. Click QR Pay to show the QR code. This QR code will bring patient to the clinic's payment page with most details readily filled. Click Online Payments to close this box. Clicking SOAK will print the statement of charges that may be required for panel patients. Clicking DEP will print the deposit statement, if the patient has done any deposit/prepayments. Ticking Tax INV before clicking Receipt will print the receipt with detailed list, in tax invoice format. Ticking Simple before clicking Receipt will print the receipt in simplified format without any breakdown of the charges. For panel with monthly or yearly limit specified, the balance available for the patient will be shown here. This balance will be automatically deducted whenever the patient's visits are tagged to this panel. However, if this clinic is not the only clinic the patient visits, you may need to update this balance manually to reflect the true balance. If any dues were collected in this visit, clicking Collected Dues will list the collected dues. This is the list of dues collected in this visit. If the patient has any dues/balance from previous visits, they will be listed here. These dues/balance are also displayed in the registration page whenever the patient is selected. It is important to collect these dues/balances as soon as possible. If the patient is paying these dues/balance, click Collect to record it. Enter the amount paid and the payment mode. If paid by cash, nothing needs to be ticked. If paid by credit card or bank, tick accordingly. Click Enter to save this payment. All dues collected, including those recorded in the registration page, will be listed when Collected Dues is clicked. For the visit that has dues/balance, if the due has been collected it will show in this box. In this example, the balance of RM30 has been collected. Click this box to see the details. The due details will be shown in this box at the bottom. To show how dues/balances are captured, note in this example there is RM109 balance for the VN73. When the collection details are updated by clicking Update, this RM109 will be considered as dues/balance. The RM109 for VN73 will now appear as dues/balance. To ensure staffs are reminded of these dues, this reminder will always appear every time the patient is selected in both the registration page and the collection page. To ensure transparency, the last update date, time and user will be displayed here. If there are sufficient SMS credits and valid phone number available, SMS message can be sent to the patient. Clicking this SMS tab will open the SMS box. To send an SMS, enter the message and click Send. Click the SMS tab to close the SMS box. At the end of the staff's shift, the sales report should be printed, credit card terminal settlements should be done and procedure incentives paid to the doctor. Click this icon at the bottom to do these. The current date is automatically filled up, and the to date is not required if only one day is needed. Click Collection by Shift to show the sales report. This is the sales report for the selected day. If there are any cash taken out, cash vouchers must be used. The cash voucher details will be listed here. The physical cash in hand must tally with this amount. To check credit card transactions and to mark settlement as done, click Card Settlements. This is the list of credit card transactions. To mark as settlement done, click the corresponding pen button. The settlement status is now marked done. To undo, click Done again. To list all procedure incentives to be paid to the doctor, click Procedures Incentives. This is the list of procedures performed by the doctor and the qualifying incentives. In this example, no cash is to be paid to the doctor as the RM20 has been marked as EOM. EOM equals end of month, payable together with salary. That's it, you're done.